something? Okay. So now, sir, we open the floor for further questions. I know Athar Saab had another one. So.
Vaishnav, first of all, I must congratulate you on a very excellent and coverage about the PIPA activities and your plans. And this is very uh, good to hear because, as somebody said, it was a sleeping agency for quite some time, and I think we have to do some drastic actions and cooperation from the members to make it live. While at it, I just remind you that there are other organizations like Park Germany, Park Japan, Park China, and Park Italy, who are it's similar to us, but they are active. Every 2-3 months, they have some activity going on uh, by inviting people from Pakistan or visiting dignitaries, and something happens, and that will, I think, I recommend PMBA to do that. If you remain, if sorry to say, till from January till today, I don't think we had even a one event where we all members are that. Now about the activity, I'm very happy to know that you are moved into the agriculture area. France and Pakistan have one common things. We are both agricultural country. France has a lead. They are in milk products, dairy products. Pakistan is sixth largest producer of milk, but it's not processed and run. I also in the past I also mentioned that I think French embassy and French can take a lead into these two areas. For your information, JICA has put 2 or 3 uh, experts in Hyderabad in the animal breeding, livestock, and agriculture. For the last 3 years, they are working and they are very active. I would suggest that France also should take a lead because being an agriculture country in both the countries and milk products is one area, France is famous. And I'm sure we can get benefit out of that. Third is you said research. I'm very happy to hear that. France is active in research in medical, healthcare, agriculture, and many other areas. We can take a lot of benefit from their research if we invite experts, specialists from France to come and attend meetings or present to the experts here. There are many universities in Pakistan who are doing excellent research in medical and genetics, and even with the help of many international organizations. France can be also a leader. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Athar Saab. And your points, your first one, I fully endorse that. I think we need to have more opportunities for members to come together. We haven't had that. This is unfortunate, and this I'll take it on myself. But this is now, as a charter, we are giving to the office bearers of PABA to print out a schedule, which would be emailed to all the members for the calendar year in terms of what events would be, whether there are delegations coming, whether there are dinners that we will organize or high teas or whatever, but opportunities where we interact more and more during the year, not just once a year or maybe twice a year, but every quarter we need to be doing that. So there will be a calendar published and shared with all the members and I strongly request your participation in those events. And even so much so, there is a lot to do, and I know this is just the start of the journey for us, but this is where the experience of honorable members like yourself and the others, Kadir Saab is also there. We would like to, Tasmia is also there. We would like to benefit from all of your experiences, your inputs as well. that how do we, further improve? How do we improve the frequency, or how do we improve the quality of things that we do? And your input is most welcome. Kadir Sahab, I believe you have, sorry, Pehle Kadir Sahab ko de dein. Kadir Sahab, please, you can be seated, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here. Uh, as some of you know, I was the founder president of this very important organization. And I find what is missing now is a very important contact between, between the French embassy at Islamabad and the Economic Affairs Division. Economic Affairs Division is the key holder of all foreign exchange coming into Pakistan, whether it is France, Germany, or whatever. And we can have, with the help of the ambassador in Islamabad, we can really have more funds coming into Pakistan through France, or whatever problems you face. Because I'm sure the government of Pakistan has a very strong bureaucracy and you have problems. But I think your office with your economic economic advisor at Islamabad, with the ambassador, you both have got to fight. You cannot get anything done by just calling them over for drinks or dinner. There's got to be a lot of hard work to be done. And I think you, sir, as the president of PFBA, have got to push. I'm sorry to say.
We will do it jointly, sir.
Yeah, I'm available. I have an office at Islamabad. Anything you want us to do, we will help you. Certainly. Because I feel there is a lot of potential in increasing business between our two countries. And it's very important. France is very important.
I will work closely with you. Between us, we will maybe form a
No,
two-member
I'm
committee.
willing to give you time. Once a month we can meet anytime.
Agreed.
Come and have a cup of tea, lunch with me, with the commercial counselor.
Yeah.
He's welcome. Both of you can come. And we need to increase the amount. And
Right.
the only way we can do it is by using the Economic Affairs Division. No one else can.
Valid point, sir. We'll execute on. I think Pir Saab had a few.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Humayun Sahab, Excellency, all the distinguished members. It is my pleasure to be here. I am representing His Excellency Pir Mohammad Sadiq Sahab and Lori Park Investments. And as he was traveling, so it is indeed my pleasure to be here because Pir Sahab has been doing a lot of different innovations in the agriculture. And ever since, firstly, I used to be a lawyer in Islamabad, but ever since I joined Pir Saab in the family business in agriculture, we have a center pivot system also, which is very rare in sense from valley irrigation, which is showers that come shower effect on the agriculture. So I will be very brief that in agriculture, the province of Sindh has a lot of potential. And like the honorable member said, before me that the product of cheese making and everything we are lacking in that. So if we get a proper forum, then we have all the manpower and the availability of the raw material. We will just need some guidance and some way forward in order to do it. And my question, because this is a Q&A, so my question would be, is there any right now activity from the French embassy or country related in business of agriculture currently going on in Sindh, or we are entering it totally newly now? Because right now the organic wheat from which breads can be made, and because we grow organic wheat also, and it is very rare because it is not for profit, but it can be made profitable because it gives lesser yield. So that and the cheese products and the organic vegetables which can be readily available in French markets, so that all can be done. And once again I want to congratulate you for this session, and inshallah we will play our part and wherever we can be useful. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much for, let me sir just Uh, First of all, sir, thank you for your presence. We are honored to have you with us, and it would have been even better if Pete Saab had also graced us with his presence, but unfortunately. So I will let Alexi respond on, if there is any issue. But before that, I would just like to acknowledge that the conversation that I had with Pete Saab, I think about a week back, and the ideas and the knowledge that he has on what all can be done was something honestly that was unknown to me. I mean, this was something I wasn't even aware of, and I give full credit to PSAP because when I was explaining our strategy as PFBA, because he's a new member, and I thought it would be good for him to hear the vision from me directly. Honestly, it was it came across as if I was talking in line with Pete Saab's own vision, because when I talked about building the trade and the commerce ties, he spoke about all these things, organic wheat. He talked about value added products. He talked about getting the products standardized through the quality testing and open other markets, meat exports, fruits. I mean, he had all these brilliant ideas, and I even mentioned that to His Excellency Ambassador Gale and Laurent as well. That we will create some physical interaction between you and Pete Saab so that you can hear directly from him on what all can be achieved. Second was when I spoke about the culture. He told me that Pete Saab, mashallah, has, and your family has now opened up a museum in Paris where you are displaying our artifacts from ancient, Sindh times, that your family has inherited over decades. Now you are taking, and there is a museum of equivalent standard in your hometown as well in Sindh. So again, the cultural was something he spoke about. Your family now having a French tutor in interior of Sindh in one of the academic institutes. So we were talking about the academic exchanges, and he said, I'm already doing that. I have a French teacher who's going to teach French to the local population. So there's so many synergies that we could be aligned with, and this trade delegate or the agriculture delegation, honestly, so this is from what I understand, and I'll let Alexi talk about it a little as well. This is the first initiative we have arranged as PFBA, or as government to government delegations in our traditional areas like textiles, like IT, like software. But on the agriculture side, this is probably the first, and I'm so glad that Pir Saab is taking the lead and representing PFBA in leading this delegation, because again, the knowledge, the vision, and the ideas that he has, I think that's probably unparalleled. I mean, I would even go to the stretch that I don't think even our agriculture minister would know, as much as what P Saab shared with me in that meeting. So really encourage this going forward. Alexi, you want to just address if I believe this is the first delegation. Sir, please.
Yeah, Pir Saab, I just like to make one comment. Uh, France has invested technology and equipment in livestock and breeding in Sindh. In 6 years back, we had a World Bank financing, and we established a state-of-the-art and semen production unit, which is a artificial insemination of bulls to bring the technology and improving the productivity of Pakistani cows.
Okay.
This was established with the French equipment coming into Pakistan. It's with the Sindh government established in Korangi. It's working for the last 6 years, and it is to improve the quality of the uh, cows for good milk and good meat. So, and French, we represent a leading French company, and we are happy to work with the Sindh government. And we are now working for another project for the same one in Sakar to set up a whole equipment laboratory which can improve the quality of the quality and quantity of the milk and meat. And it is entirely from French technology.
Sir, I think you and Peer Saab should discuss because they have some excellent ideas and the interaction that you need. Peer Saab has assured me that even at the government level, in fact, one of the gentlemen who will be accompanying them on this delegation is a brother-in-law of our President Zardari, who's very active on the agriculture front and is doing some really good things. So we would be happy as PFBA, we would be happy to facilitate, through Peer Saab and yourself, we can jointly approach the government and bring more opportunities for Pakistan as well as for the French entities who are interested in investing more in these areas. Anything else? Babar Sahib? Conclude? Okay. So I think let's go. Oh, sorry. Alexei, please. Sorry.
Perhaps just a short word to conclude. I, of course, concur to everything what was said by Humayun Saab and by His Excellency the Ambassador and my colleague Laurent Chopiton at the embassy, the head of economic section at the embassy. This is the annual general meeting of PFBA. And so in annual general meetings, you take stock, you reflect on the financial situation and perspective, and you also highlight the you aim at new objectives. I have to say I've been here as a Consul General of France for 2 years, and when I arrived here 2 years ago, I think one of the participants today mentioned it. Yes, PFBA was a sleepy organization. There are many reasons to that. Yes, of course, there had been the pandemic and so on, but it's not only the pandemic. It's we say in French, la force de l'habitude. We get used and we just by inertia. It had become a sleepy organization. I'm very heartened by the fact that there was necessity for change and that this change is taking place. So I think now what we've heard today, first we have a consumer-based, members-based approach. What do the members expect from an organization that has the status of a Chamber of Commerce? So the members expect that kind of services that the Chamber of Commerce normally provides to its members. And this makes it only understandable that you need to slightly increase, of course, the cost of membership, but I think this will be by far compensated by the fact that organization is becoming more active and will provide more services to you. Yes, so in that context, I'm also very heartened by to hear that there are not only new faces, but also a new initiative like the one taken on by Pierre Sadik and the initiative of leading a delegation from agriculturalists, agribusiness to France. So we think not just my opinion, but also His Excellency the Ambassador and our economic section. We believe this is one of the most promising sectors for developing bilateral economic relations between France and Pakistan. Not the only one, but one of the most promising sectors. And this needs to take place. Huh? So to make a long story short, I would like to congratulate all of you for being with us today and to express my satisfaction at seeing that PFBA finally is on the right track. And I wish you luck for the year to come.
So, Your Excellency, thank you so much for the kind words and for your endorsement. And I know you have seen this evolution firsthand because the kind of support that we received from the Consul General is again unprecedented. So much so that he has actually even gone and pitched PFBA membership to customers or to organizations that we were not aware of, and he signed them up on our behalf. So he to that extent, he's holding our hand, and we are very grateful to you for your participation, for your guidance, and your for your support. And as you rightfully mentioned that, I think there is a lot that we need to do. There is a lot that needs to be covered. Some of our honorable members highlighted, and financial sustainability is very important for PFBA to run as a professional organization, because the vision that the current board has, including myself, what we would like to achieve that once we leave, we should hand over the reins to the next board and the next CEO or president with something, more solid than what we inherited in financial feasibility of how to run PFBA, but also PFBA being run as a professional organization and not like a kitchen cabinet. There'll be professional people driving value-added services for our members. Our members would see, like Athar Saab, you very rightly mentioned, we need to create more opportunities for us to come together to discuss business, because there's a lot of business within this room as well that we can tap into, and that would help each one of us. So we need to create more of those opportunities, and inshallah, you'll see some progress. But my request is, sir, that PFBA is belongs to all of us. We all need to pitch in. If you have an idea, you want to, like Peer Sadiq Saab, stepped up and he said, I'm going to take this agriculture, initiative, and I'm going to drive this. And we all, because we did, I mean, I and or Aurelian is here, and, our honorable director is here. We had no clue about, how to go about agriculture, what to say, what to pitch, who to take, but he, again, Pisa. So this is what I request all the members that in your areas of expertise, in your field, where you have the relevant experience, please share those ideas with us, and we would like you to take the next lead on any other initiative. Even so much so, if you say that, okay, I want to drive something locally using PFBA as a platform across 4 of these cities, we would highly encourage that and welcome that, in fact. So a lot of work that needs to be done, and inshallah, we are committed, and we have the kind support of His Excellency the Ambassador Laurent and Alexi, with the full force of the embassy behind us, and the economic section of the embassy behind us. And again, to a testament of that is that, this visa facilitation for our members is something that no other embassy has done through their chambers in Pakistan. But French embassy had the vision that this is something that would facilitate the members building and growing those business and trade ties. And we must, back it up and support PFBA in this initiative. So alongside those, there'll be others as well, government to government, as you heard from His Excellency. Last year or this year, this was the first time that a budgetary economic proposal actually went from PFBA platform and landed on Mr. Aurangzeb's table before the budget was finalized. Like, I know many other trade organizations do that proactively. OICCI does it, KCCI does it, FPCCI does it, Pakistan Business Council does it. But this was the first time, and this only happened because Ambassador took it himself and put it in front of him that this is what we want for French businesses. What came out of it? I mean, it was an effort. I mean, that, government has its own priorities and agenda. But this is, how we make PFPA more relevant at the government level. And I like our members to, lead those initiatives. I don't know if you have received invites, but you will be receiving invites that we have formed against each one of these initiatives that I spoke about, the 7 of them. We have formulated committees, and what we are encouraging at least 4 to 5 members from the general membership to come forward and be a part of those committees, drive that change, drive that decision making, drive the agenda, take ownership. It's all, and we will follow as PFBA. We will follow your guidance and we will follow your lead. But if any members, honorable member, feel that they are well suited and they like to drive this government relations initiative, we would welcome that. We would welcome your participation and your leadership in that area. So a lot of work needs to be done, but this cannot only be done by 6, 7 of us, who come the board, or including the office bearers, the three that we have. We need participation from all the members, and I hope we will see growing participation as we move forward. With that, I'd like to thank you all for your participation, for your time, for your valuable feedback, sir. We will, inshallah, work on all those points and areas. And inshallah, we will create more opportunities for us to meet more frequently than what we have been doing. And you will start seeing that as early as December. We will organize something where we come together as members and create more networking and discussion opportunities. I think we have high tea served outside. So let's, sorry.
And just to conclude, perhaps special words of thanks to the Khurram Saab, the manager of Mövenpick Hotel, who joined us for this meeting. He's also a new member of PFBA, since Mövenpick Hotel in Karachi is the only hotel in the whole of Pakistan as of today, who's part of Accor Hotel Group, which is a French hospitality group. And so we're very glad being with you, and thank you very much for not just for hosting us, but also for having become a member and supporting this organization.
Thank you, Alexi, for bringing my attention to that, sir. Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure to visit, this institute. I call this as an institution because I've been seeing this since childhood. And any major event or any international event, cannot happen in the city unless the delegates are either staying here or the events are either. So you represent the city as this institution. So thank you. And one of the things, and since now they're also our members, one of the things, sir, that we are driving, and I'm just, as things are coming to my mind for our members. So what we are also encouraging is the exchange of businesses in-house. So a lot of, like, for instance, at Schneider, I have, given this guidance to my travel and security team that any of my colleagues traveling from Lahore, Islamabad, or from overseas, France or Dubai or Saudi, our preferred hotel is Movenpick. And they will stay at Movenpick. They will not stay at PC. They will not stay, although they are approved hotels within our guidelines. But I say our preferred is, so make sure they get their reservation is in Movenpick. And similarly, we're requesting, our members, wherever they can, is that for PFBA members, maybe there could be some extra discount, maybe some special discount as a value-added services for. We are talking to Jerry's, who's also a part of, PFBA. They have offered us that in all their outlets, they also own Costa Coffee. In all their outlets, there'll be discount coupons available for PFBA members. And now we are also taking it that at the airport, they have these lounges when, most of the business people, when we travel inside the country or outside, they have these lounges, and they're going to make those available for PFBA members without showing, whether, any credit card or anything. As long as you can quote them your membership number, they will verify, and they will allow you. So I think a lot of that, and as Schneider, we also have a commercial portfolio. So we will be bringing, and all this will be advertised through our office in PFBA. Babar Saab, please.
Uh, a small suggestion. Why don't we have some nice small, PFBA membership card, which we can carry?
Yeah.
It's no harm in. I think that can be kind of a icon for us, to show off in a way. Yeah.
Excellent suggestion, sir. Ali, please. I think this is something, a quick win and a fast win and an impactful one. Let's get the cards printed for all our members with their names, organization name, and their membership number on it. And then when they go to these outlets or whoever they interact with, who's part of our membership portfolio, they can avail certain benefits. Thank you, Bharat. I think this is great. So with that, I please invite you for a cup of tea and some more discussions, informal and more one-to-one. So, sir, thank you once again for hosting us.